some time to shut out the outside world. We're just going to come in. We're just going to come into any comfortable reclined position. Anything you can be comfortable in for about 5 minutes or so. So your knees could be bent with your feet on the floor. Your legs could be extended. Maybe you want your heels out to the edges of the mat and allow your feet to flop open. You can press down into your elbows to tuck your shoulder blades under. You can tip your chin so your spine is nice and long. Excuse me, let me just get a drink here really quick. We're just going to settle back here, close your eyes. And begin to take a few soft, full, deep breaths. There we go. And we'll try to inhale and exhale through our nose, filling our belly, ribs, chest with air on the inhale, and then allowing our chest, ribs, belly to relax and let go on the exhale. And just begin to let everything from the outside world drift away. Give yourself permission to be present here in this time, in this space. Now slowly, we're just going to bring our attention back to our breath. And then back to our bodies. Just check in, see how you're feeling. Notice any areas of tension or pain, anything you need to work on or be cautious of today. Just try to notice. You can also set aside any thoughts, worries, or concerns for this hour. Most of what we worry about never happens. You can set a goal or an intention if you like. Today I'm going with, I am enough. And then we're going to begin by just gently turning our heads from side to side as they rest on the mat. Just nice and easy, starting to loosen up our neck muscles. Taking it slow, trying to tune into our body so that we know what we need. We recognize it and can work on it. And then the next time your head is to the right, we're going to pause, stretching out the left side of our neck, bringing our right ear towards the mat. If you're feeling any tension in your neck or throughout our practice, just visualize your breath flowing into those muscles and relaxing and releasing them with your exhale. Inhale our head back to center, and then exhale over to the opposite side. Again, nice and easy. We never want to feel any pain in yoga. Just going to the point where we can feel the stretch. Good. We're going to bring our head back to center. We're going to windshield wiper our legs for a little bit. We're going to bring our feet to the edges of our mat, with our knees bent and our feet on the floor. And this is a little different than a rotated stomach posture. We're just rocking on our feet. So as we exhale, we're going to bring our knees over to the right by rocking on our feet. So I'm coming to the pinky toe side of my right foot and the big toe side of my left foot without lifting my feet up. We're going to inhale back to center and then exhale over to the opposite side. I always feel like my knees are kind of like folding in like a box that folds flat. We're just going to go from side to side, moving at your own pace, moving with your breath. Listening to what your body needs. This is good for hip pain. It's nice and easy. One more to each side. We're going to come back to neutral. We're going to bring our right knee in towards our chest for a little hug. Squeeze in on the exhale. Maybe rotate your ankle here if that feels good. Just drawing circles with your toes. Squeezing your knee in on each exhale. Switch directions. Point and flex. Squeezing the knee in on the exhale. Good. One more breath. We're going to bring our ankle to stillness and we're going to straighten out our right leg and bring our right leg in towards our chest. We want nice long hamstrings here, so we'll try to take the bend out of our knee. You can hold your leg wherever is comfortable, or you can have a strap, a belt works, almost anything, a towel over your foot to help give you a little bit of leverage. We're squeezing in on the exhale, again trying to take the bend out of our knee. Sending our breath into any areas of tension or tightness. This is a really good stretch if you experience lower back pain. This can help with that. And if you're trying to change something in your body, you're trying to stretch to alleviate some tense or sore, stiff muscles, you always want to hold that for at least 30 seconds or so. Often in our yoga classes, we're just going for an overall feel-good experience, so we're not holding things too long, but keep that in mind if you're doing that at home. You just want to squeeze in on the exhale. You want to hold it for 30 seconds or more. It gives our body enough time to kind of signal our brain, oh, it's okay, I can relax into this now. Good. One more breath. We're going to bend that right knee, take our right knee in our right hand. We're just going to open that knee out to the right side for a little inner thigh stretch. Try to keep both hips on the mat. I bring my left hand on my left hip. It reminds me not to tip over to the right. Good. We're going to bring our knee back to center. We're going to switch hands, and then we're going to bring our left leg across our body for a twist. Good. Maybe your right arm is out in T position and you're looking out over your right fingers. Maybe your head is in a neutral position. Again, just listen to your body. See what you need. Maybe you have some sciatic nerve pain, and that means that you want to bring your knee up more towards your head. Maybe you want to straighten out your leg. Try to make this practice your own and do what feels right in your body. Our body knows what it needs. We just have to tune in and try to listen. We're going to inhale back to center. We're going to straighten that right leg once again. Bring that straight right leg in towards our chest. Squeezing in on the exhale. Good. If you want to go a little further, you can pull your toes back and push your heel towards the ceiling. That lengthens those muscles a little bit longer. And if you want to go a little bit deeper still, you can lift your head and shoulders off the mat towards your leg. It's just that upper body weight adding to the stretch. We're not forcing anything. Just a little bit of a way to ease us in a little bit deeper. Good. Squeezing on the exhale. Bend out of our knee. One more breath. And then we're going to relax and release all the way down to the floor. Just take a moment here. Straighten out both legs. See if you can tell which leg we've stretched. Often we've stretched our right leg. My right leg feels about 3 inches longer than my left leg. You know you're doing something here. Yoga's making changes in your body. Of course, we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So we're going to bring our left knee in towards our chest. Squeezing on the exhale. Maybe rotate your ankle here if that feels good. Drawing circles with your toes. Switch directions. Maybe point and flex. Good. We'll bring our ankle to stillness. And we're going to straighten that left leg. Straight left leg in towards our chest. Again, we're squeezing in on the exhale. Maybe you have something over your foot. Maybe you're holding your leg wherever is comfortable. Squeezing on the exhale. Bend out of your knee. Send your breath to tight muscles. Visualize the muscles relaxing with your exhale. Always coming back to your breath. If you're struggling during your practice, or even in life, just take a moment, take a breath, reset. Good. One more breath here. Then we're going to bend our left knee in our left hand, and we're going to open our left knee out to the left side for that little inner thigh stretch. Again, listen to your body. Try not to tip over to the left if you can help it. Good. We're going to bring our knee back to center. We're going to switch hands. And then we're going to bring our left leg across our body for a twist. Low rotated stomach posture here. Again, make those adjustments that'll make this stretch the right stretch for you today in your body. Maybe your left arm is out in T position and you're looking over your left shoulder. Maybe you want to raise your left leg more towards your head. Maybe your left leg is lower and that's a better stretch for you. Maybe today you want to bring that left knee all the way over to the mat and that makes your left shoulder pop up. Maybe you want to keep both shoulders on the mat and your knee is off the floor. All of that is fine. Just listen to what you need. I'm usually somewhere in between. Good. One more breath. We're going to bring that knee back to center. We're going to straighten that straight left leg in towards our chest one more time. Again, taking the bend out of the knee. If you want to go a little deeper, you can pull your toes back and push your heel towards the ceiling. And if you want to go a little deeper still, you can lift your head and shoulders off the mat towards your leg. Not forcing the stretch, just adding a little bit of weight to help ease you into this a little bit deeper. Make sure your neck isn't straining. I always have to remind myself, you want to kind of imagine that there's like an orange or a ball between your chin and your chest. That helps keep you from putting too much strain on your neck. Soft breaths. exhale, relax your head and shoulders, relax your leg. Hopefully they feel the same length at this point. We're going to straighten out both legs, straight down from our hips, resting on the floor. We're going to bring our arms back over our head, resting on the mat. We're going to do 3 big supine stretches. You can yawn if you like. We're going to stretch, stretch, stretch. And then we're going to exhale and do an audible relax and release as we kind of let everything flop to the mat. So we're going to do that 3 times. Inhale and stretch. Arms back, legs down. You can wiggle around here a little bit. Don't hold your breath. Spread your fingers and toes. Then exhale. Relax and release. 2 more times. Inhale and stretch, 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 stretch. Exhale. Relax and release. And then 1 more time. Inhale and stretch, 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 stretch. Exhale. Relax and release. And then from here, we're going to raise both arms in the air. We're just going to rotate our wrists a few times. Nice and easy. Fast or slow, big or small movements, whatever feels good. And switch directions. Point and flex. Good. Check them out a little. We're going to bring our arms to our sides. We're going to bend our knees with our feet on the floor, heels in close to our bottoms. We're going to inhale, press down to our heels, lift our hips up. We're going to rotate our arms back over our head, resting on the floor. Little bridge pose. Exhale, arms at our sides, hips come down. Inhale, up into bridge pose. We'll just do a few more of these, moving at your own pace, moving with your breath. Listening to your body. Try not to use momentum, especially when you're lowering your hips back to the mat. We want it to be nice and controlled. Good. 1 more here, and we're going to hold this last bridge pose. If you feel like you can go a little deeper, you can lift your heels. Always feels like a good ankle stretch, arch stretch for me when I lift my heels and bridge. 1 more breath. We're going to lower our heels, our hips, and we're going to bring both knees in towards our chest for a hug. And then we're going to take these to some spinal rolls. So you can hold on top of your knees or under them. You can rock forward and back. Fast or slow, big or small movements. Just do a few more of these. Listening to your body. Bringing in a little bit of energy, relaxing and releasing a little bit of tension. One more here. Then we're going to roll up to a seated pose. We're going to gently transition into table. So we're just going to come onto our hands and our knees with our wrists and shoulders in alignment, knees and hips in alignment. And then from table, we're going to curl our toes under, straighten our legs, and come back into down dog. You're going to spend some time here moving, stretching, walking the dog, whatever feels good. Pressing into your palms and your heels, lifting your tailbone toward the ceiling, or pedaling your legs. You can roll your inner elbows towards each other, whatever feels good. Maybe you're kind of rocking forward and back on your palms and your feet. Good. Doing what feels right for you today in your body. Close your eyes. Tune your attention in. Areas that need attention, areas that feel good, soft, full breaths. One more breath here. Then we're going to walk our hands back towards our feet for a little ragdoll. Good. Anything you like to do with your arms here is fine. They could dangle, you can fold them. We're just going to shake out any lingering tension. We're just going to let our arms and hips sway from side to side or forward and back. Just shake out your head, your neck, your shoulders. Just imagine tension and stress just draining away. We don't need it. Let it go. You can bend your knees and do a little bounce. There's no right or wrong here. Ragdoll for me, if I hold it long enough, just really becomes a restorative pose. Eventually, something like lets go in my body and I can just collapse into this pose a little bit deeper. This can also be good for your hamstrings if they're tight. Just going to do 1 more breath. Put a little bend in your knees and we're going to slowly roll up to standing. Up on the inhale and pausing into the asana for a moment. Taking a breath. Coming back to center. Check in, see how you're doing. Remind yourself of a goal or an intention if you set one. Perhaps it's, I am enough. Take note of any aches or pains that may have popped up. Maybe you're feeling better than when we started our practice this morning. Maybe you're feeling a little worse. Just notice. Then we're going to open our eyes, and we're going to come right to the top of our mat, into Tadasana. Good. We're going to bring our feet under our hips, so you can rock forward and back a few times to get comfortable in your stance. You can lift and spread your toes and let them come back down. We're going to bring our hands together in prayer position at heart center. We're just going to take a nice full deep breath to begin. There we go. Now we're going to inhale our arms up, interlace our fingers, shoulders away from our ears, little crescent moon side stretch to one side, opening up all along our side. Inhale back to center, crescent moon side stretch to the opposite side. Inhale back to center, we're going to release our hands, do a little mini back bend. And then exhale, reach out as you come down, lengthen your spine, the whole way you're coming down. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold a little deeper. Good. We're going to send our left leg back in a lunge. We're going to pause for a moment, and then we're going to step our right foot back into plank, high push-up position, little chaturanga here. Drop your knees if you need to, hover if you can. Hands under your shoulders, baby cobra, full cobra, up dog, whatever works in your practice today. Exhale into down dog when you're ready. Good, just a few breaths. We're going to lift our right leg off the mat, a little three-legged down dog, pressing into our palms and our left heel. Really stretch your right leg back as if someone is pulling you by the ankle or the toe. Good. Maybe bend your right knee, bringing your right foot towards your left hip for that hip opener. Beautiful. We're going to straighten out our right leg. We're going to bring our right foot up between our two hands in a lunge. Good. We're starting out where we're up on our left toes. Then we're going to let our left heel rotate down to the mat, and we're going to come into a side angle. You can do that by either just bringing your right hand to the big toe side of your right foot and lifting your left arm up, or you can come into a more modified version with your right forearm on your right thigh. For what we're going to do next, I like this forearm on the thigh pose in my side angle. Sorry that you're looking at my back here. I should have planned this a little bit better. So from your side angle, whichever version you're in, we're going to circle this left arm. We're going to match our movements with our breath. So as we're starting to lower our arm, I'm exhaling. Let your chest and body kind of follow. So I'm turning my chest towards the mat as my arm is coming down. I'm using my forearm, my right forearm on my right thigh to help with this rotation, a little bit of leverage. Exhale as your hand comes down. Inhale as it comes all the way back up. We're going to do that 2 more times. Move at your own pace. Moving with your breath, listen to your body. Try not to collapse into your right shoulder if you can help it. Beautiful. One more circle for me. Good. Side angle. One more breath. Now we're going to bring one hand on either side of our right foot. We're going to pivot up on our back toes. We're just in a lunge here. One more chaturanga, plank and lower. Drop your knees when you need to, hover if you can. Baby cobra, full cobra, up dog, whatever you prefer. Exhale into down dog. Good, we're going to do a little twisted dog here. I'm going to lift my right hand off the mat. Hi, Zen. We're going to bring our right hand across the front of our body, maybe holding onto our left leg. And if you're comfortable in this twisted dog, you can use your hand against your leg to pull your torso over to the left. But again, always just listening to your body. Good. One more breath. Both hands back to the mat, down dog. Step walk or hop your feet to your hands. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold a little deeper. Reverse swan dive all the way back up to standing. And exhale, hands down. Beautiful. We're going to do the same thing, of course, on the other side. We're going to start off into Tadasana, rock forward and back on your feet a few times to get a good solid base to start off with. Maybe you lift and spread your toes before you let them come back down. Hands together in prayer position. Nice full deep breath in. Exhale. We're going to inhale our arms up. Interlace our fingers, shoulders away from our ears. Little crescent moon side stretch over to the right. Inhale back to center. Crescent moon side stretch to the left. Inhale back to center. Release our arms, little mini back bend. And then exhale. Really reach out as you come down. Think about lengthening your spine and hamstrings the whole time you're coming into this forward fold. Nice and easy. We're going to inhale, look up. Exhale, fold a little deeper in our forward fold. And we're going to send our right leg back in our lunge. Good. One more breath. And then we're going to do a chaturanga here. You can move at your own pace or follow along with me. Don't worry if we're moving at a different speed or if you like to hold something a little bit longer. I like to hold cobra a little bit longer. We'll have time to catch up in down dog. Okay, and lower. Drop your knees when you need to, hover if you can. Baby cobra, full cobra, up dog. I like cobra and I like to hold it for a few beats longer than normal. Feels right in my body. Exhale into down dog when you're ready. Again, this is a recovery. Gives us a time to get back on the same page. But if it's too challenging or you need a little bit more of a break, table pose, child's pose, those are also fine. And then we're going to come into a three-legged down dog, left leg in the air. Pressing into our palms and our right heel. Stretch your left leg back. We'll bend our left knee, left foot towards our right hip for a little hip opener. Good. We're going to straighten out that left leg. Left foot is coming all the way up between our two hands in a lunge. Our back heel is rotating down to the mat and we're going to come into side angle. So again, your left hand or fist could come to the big toe side of your left foot, or if you have a block here, that's also fine. And you can lift your right arm up, or you can bring your left forearm onto your left thigh if you like that leverage like I do. Good, this is our side angle. We're going to rotate our right arm 3 times, moving with our breath at your own speed. Let your body kind of follow along. We're exhaling as we're starting to lower that right arm. My chest is turning towards the mat. Using the leverage of my left forearm on my left thigh to help with this. We're keeping our left knee and thigh open. We're inhaling as this arm is coming up. Beautiful. 2 more times. Again, at your own pace, moving with your breath. Fast or slow, big or small movements. Whatever feels good. Maybe smile. Maybe your gaze is up at your raised fingers. One more breath, and we're going to take this back to a lunge. One hand on either side of our front foot, up on our back toes. One more chaturanga, plank and lower. You can meet me in down dog. Twisted dog, we're going to lift our left hand off the mat, reach back towards our right leg. Maybe use that leverage of our hand on our leg to pull our torso over to the right. Good. One more breath. Both hands back to the floor. Good. Then we're going to step walk or jump our feet to our hands. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold a little deeper. Reverse swan dive all the way back up to standing. And exhale, hands down. Good. Excuse me. We're just going to come back towards the back end of our mat here. I'm going to start on my left with my left foot this time. Hopefully that'll help you be able to see a little bit better. We're just going to, again, good contact with our feet into Tadasana. Ground into the earth, the floor, your mat. Take a breath, hands together in prayer position at heart center. Just take a breath. Good. And you know what? Let's circle our arms. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, let your weight come into your right foot. And then we're going to bring our left knee in towards our chest. You could be up on your left toes. You can bring your left knee in a little or a lot, squeezing it on the exhale. Good. From here, we're going to take this to warrior three. It doesn't have to be pretty or perfect. We're going to send this left foot back. We're going to bring our body out in T position. Any arms you like in warrior three are fine. Find that stationary object to focus your attention on. Good. We're going to bring that knee in towards our chest one more time. My chest is still parallel to the floor. We're going to lift our torso. We're going to step our left foot forward, circle our arms up on our back toes. This is just an upright lunge, opening up our hip flexor a little, our arches, our heels. Good, then we're going to take this to warrior two. So our back heel is going to rotate down to the mat. We're going to sink into our front knee. We want to make sure our knee isn't poking out over our toes. We're also pulling our knee towards the little toe side of our foot. You can look out over your front fingers. You can keep your head in neutral. Take a breath. Now, warriors build strength, power, and confidence. And we're getting that from our legs. So our goal is, over time, eventually, to keep our knee over our ankle, and we're working towards bringing that front thigh parallel to our floor. So that's one thing. We're going to go through a little series here, and we want to make sure we're not standing back up because we're building that strength in our legs. So from warrior two, we're going to reverse or revolve our warrior, always trying to sink into that front knee. Good. We're going to come into a modified side angle. Left forearm to our left thigh, right fingers to the ceiling. Good. One more breath. We want to engage our core here as we lift our torso back to a revolved or reverse warrior. This time side angle. Left hand is coming to the floor. Right fingers to the ceiling. Good. One more breath. You're engaging our core. Lifting our torso, reverse or revolved warrior. Back to warrior two. We're going to take this to a crescent lunge. So we're going to pivot up on our back toes. Hips and torso turn like we're going to start walking. Still sinking into our front knee. Good. We have our raised arms with our index fingers pointed up. We're going to exhale and bring both of those arms all the way down to the left side of our thigh. Good. One more breath. We're going to come back up into our crescent lunge and then step to Tadasana. Beautiful. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. We're just going to come towards the back end of our mat once again. We're just going to take that nice, gorgeous, free breath, blah, 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 sorry. Nice, full deep breath here. As we exhale, really ground into the mat. Good. Now we're going to inhale our arms up. We're going to let our weight come to our left foot. We're going to lower our arms and bring our right knee in towards our chest. Again, you can just be up on your right toes, that's fine. Your foot could be up a little, or you could be squeezing that knee in, just like we did when we were in a reclined position, knee towards our chest. Then we're going to try to send this right leg back. As we lower our upper body, we're coming into a T here, warrior three. Good. Doesn't have to be pretty or perfect. Any arms you like in warrior three are fine. We're going to try to keep our torso parallel to the floor as we bring our right knee back in towards our chest. We're going to lift our upper body, step forward with that right foot, up on our left toes, circle our arms, that beautiful upright lunge. Shoulders away from our ears. Then our back heel is going to rotate down to the mat. We're going to sink into our front knee. Beautiful warrior two. Strong, powerful, confident warriors. We're going to reverse or revolve our warrior. Still sinking into our front knee. This time we're going to bring our right forearm to our right thigh. Left fingers to the ceiling, little modified side angle. We're going to engage our core, reverse or revolve warrior. Still sinking into our front knee. This time, our right hand is coming to the big toe side of our right foot. Your hand could be on the block as well. Hand, fist, you can also hold onto your ankle if you prefer that. Here's the big one. Always remember to engage your core as you're lifting your upper body. That helps protect our lower back. So we're engaging our core. We're going to inhale and come up. Reverse or revolved warrior. Sink into our front knee, back to warrior two, up to a crescent lunge, up on our back toes, still sinking into that front knee. We're gonna lower our arms. This is a little twist towards the right, trying to bring our left arm to the outside of our right thigh. Smile a little. Good. Back up to crescent lunge, back up to Tadasana. Beautiful. So we're back up towards the top of our mat. We're just gonna take another breath. We're gonna inhale our arms up. Little back bend here, open your heart chakra. We're gonna straighten and come down into chair uttasana. Let your shoulders come away from your ears. We're gonna straighten our legs and fold forward, reaching out as you come down. Lengthen your spine. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold a little deeper. You can step walk or jump into plank. High push-up position. Slowly lower down. Chaturanga here at your own pace. Moving with your breath. Down dog when you're ready. Beautiful. We're going to do a little balancing dog here. We're going to start with our left. So we're going to lift our left hand off the mat and we're reaching back to our left leg. Earlier we did a twisted dog where our hand was coming to our opposite leg. So same hand, same leg. So we're going to hold on to our left leg with our left hand. We're going to see if we can lift that right leg off the mat. Again, it could be a challenge, so it doesn't have to be pretty or perfect. Find that stationary object. Use your breath. We're going to bring both hands to the mat. You can try to keep this right leg raised as we move through this next chaturanga, or you can let it come down at any time. So we're coming into plank, high push-up position. Again, your right leg could be raised, or you can lower it. Slowly lower down, both legs down. As you come into cobra, down dog when you're ready. Good. Balancing dog up, oh my goodness. Balancing dog on the opposite side. We're lifting our right hand off the mat, reaching back to or holding onto our right leg. You can stay there if you like, or you can start to lift that left leg off the mat. You might be just on your left toe, that's fine. Or you can lift it up as high as you're comfortable. Listen to your breath. Good. Both hands on the mat. Again, you can keep your left leg raised as long as possible, or you can let your left toes come down to the mat. High push-up position. Slowly lower down. Cobra, down dog when you're ready. Good. A few breaths. Good. Then we're going to come down into table. We're going to push back into an extended child's pose. Take a breath or two. Let your body kind of acclimate to being on the floor. A little rest. We're going to come back up into table. We're going to do these little, this is like, I guess a variation of gate pose, which we did last week if you joined me. If not, it doesn't matter. So we're going to start here by curling our right toes under, pressing our right heel back, lifting our right knee off the mat. This is a calf stretch. So you can press into your palms and shift your weight until you find your best stretch. So some days my leg is very straight. Some days my right knee is bent. Just find what works best for you. Good. Then I'm going to move my left hand under my left shoulder. Make sure that your left knee is comfortable and can pivot. We don't want to hold our knee in a rigid position. That could damage our knee. So let that knee pivot. We're going to roll to the big toe side of our right foot and lift our right arm up in the modified side plank. Good. Then we're going to bring our right hand behind our head, and we're going to bring our right knee to our right elbow, like kind of little side crunches here. We're going to exhale, crunch, inhale, extend. It's a little bit more challenging. We're going to do this 5 times at your own pace. If you can keep that right leg hovering instead of touching down, but touch down if you need to. You could also have your left hand under a block. That makes this a little bit more manageable. One more for me. Good. Back back to our modified side plank. Good. Back to table. Same thing on the other side, of course. So we're going to curl our left toes under, press our left heel back, left knee off the mat. Pressing into our palms, shift your weight till you find your best stretch. Again, that could be a straight left leg, or your knee could be bent. Listen to your body. We never want to force our knees into a position because we don't want to damage them. So make sure that this right knee is comfortable and you allow it to pivot. We're going to bring our right hand under our right shoulder. My right knee really pivots here as I roll to the big toe side of my left foot and lift my left arm up. This is like a modified side plank. Then we're going to bring our left fingers behind our head. And we're going to do 5 little crunches. Again, it's more challenging if you keep that left leg hovering. You can let it touch down if you want. Try not to use momentum. Try to be nice and controlled as you come in and out. Exhale as you crunch. Inhale as you straighten. It's 3 for me. 2 more. Good. Then we're going to lower our left foot, left arm up, modified side plank, back into table. We're going to cross our ankles. We're going to roll back into a seated pose. Extend our legs and staff. Whew. Should have turned on a fan. I'm a little sweaty today. Good contact with our sits bones. We're just going to do a forward fold here to start. So we're going to inhale our arms up. Exhale. Fold forward, reaching as you come down. Lengthen your spine. Don't let your hands come down, your head and shoulders relax. Just like when we're doing a sun salutation, we're going to inhale, look up, lengthen our spine and hamstrings. Exhale, fold a little deeper in our forward fold. Good. Now we're going to inhale, slowly roll up. We're going to slide our heels in a little bit, bending our knees. We're going to come into boat pose. Stop at whatever level is right for you. Your knees can be bent with your heels on the floor. Our next step is to raise your heels, straighten your legs, maybe release your arms. Your gaze is out over your toes. I have a hard time holding my arms and still talking. So I'm going to hold on to the back of my knees and I'm going to be fine with that. We're going to straighten our spine. Good. Soft breaths. Good. One more breath here. We're going to lower our heels. Inhale our arms up, straighten our legs in staff pose. Exhale and fold forward, reaching out as you come down. Lengthen your spine, head and shoulders come down. Inhale up, exhale a little deeper. So we're going to do boat and forward fold 2 more times. So we're going to inhale and slowly roll up. We're going to bring our knees in, straighten our legs, release our hands to wherever you're comfortable. Straighten your spine. You might be able to pump your hands up and down here. Good. One more breath. Just your gazes out over our toes. We're going to lower our heels, straighten our legs, arms up next to our ears. Exhale and fold forward. Reaching as you come down. Lengthen your spine. Let your hands come down, your head and shoulders relax. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold a little deeper. Hopefully you can go just a tiny smidgen further into this forward fold. Even if it's just mentally. We're going to inhale and roll up. Knees are coming in, straightening our legs into boat. Again, arms wherever you're comfortable. You could be pumping your arms. You could do little sit-ups here. One more soft, full, deep breath. We're going to lower our heels, straighten our legs, arms come up, left forward fold. Exhale, reach out as you come down. Lengthen your spine. And then let your hands come down. Your head and shoulders relax. Good. Now we're going to inhale, come up, and we're going to do a modified fish pose to come back to the floor. Your hands could be next to your hips or slightly under them. Fingers pointing down towards your toes. We're going to exhale and roll back on our elbows. We're going to hold this for a few breaths. So we're going to get comfortable here. We're going to really press into our elbows and squeeze our shoulder blades together, bringing our shoulders away from our ears. Your head could be up, You can let it dangle, or you can slide back until the top of your head rests on the floor. Any of those are fine. If you want to change your leg position, you can do that here. Your legs could be straight, your knees could be bent with your feet on the floor, or you can come into cobbler's pose. My hip is a little sore, so I'm going to do cobbler's pose. Really settle in here. Bring your attention to your breath. We're balancing out warrior poses and forward folds, boat poses. Those are all very masculine poses. Back bends are very feminine poses. So we're just balancing out some of that masculine energy with our back bend here, opening our heart chakra. Good. We're going to do 2 more nice full deep breaths. Inhale, and as you exhale, come all the way down to the floor. We're going to bring our knees in towards our chest, rock a little bit from side to side. Again, massaging your spine here, listening to your body. Maybe you're holding on to your knees. You're doing a little circle here, kind of stirring your knees around, massaging your back. We're going to switch directions. We're going to come back to stillness. We're going to keep that right knee in towards our chest. We're going to extend our legs straight down from our hip, resting on the floor. Ideally, our left knee and toes are going to point towards the ceiling, so we're not laying them flat out to the side just yet. So try to keep them raised. We're going to release our right knee, so our right foot comes to the floor. And then we're going to open our right knee out to the right side. This is reclined tree pose. From here, we're going to inhale our arms over our head, and we're going to do a nice big full supine stretch. So we're going to inhale, arms back, left leg down. You can wiggle around a little. Stretch, don't hold your breath. Then we're going to hold our left wrist in our right hand, and on our next exhale, we're going to make our way into a side stretch over to our bent knee, over to the right. You can kind of walk your head and shoulders over until you find your best side stretch. Again, our left knee and toes are pointed towards the ceiling, so check in with those. Make sure your head isn't at an uncomfortable angle. One more breath. We're going to release our arms kind of in an L, left arm sort of over our head, right arm sort of out to the side. Doesn't have to be perfect because we're kind of not on our mat fully. We're going to raise that right leg into the air, and then bring our right leg across our body for a twist. So this is similar to a Swiss Army knife twist. Kind of our limbs are going in opposite directions. Your right knee could be bent, or your right leg could be extended. My knee is bent due to the fact that this wall, my wall is right here. One more breath. We're just going to bring everything back to center of the mat. And we're going to repeat that on the opposite side. So we're going to bring our left knee in towards our chest. We're going to extend our right leg straight down from our hip, resting on the floor. Again, not letting it flop open at this point in our practice. Squeeze that left knee in. Then we're going to bring our left foot to the floor, and we're going to open our left knee out to the left side for reclined tree pose. Checking in with that right leg so that our knee and toes are still pointed towards the ceiling. We're going to inhale our arms up over our head. Inhale and stretch, full supine stretch. Then we're going to hold our right wrist in our left hand and make our way into a little side stretch by walking our head and shoulders over to the left. Soft, full, deep breaths. Make sure your head isn't at an uncomfortable angle here. Sending your breath into areas of tightness. Then we're going to release our arms kind of in an L. Our left arm is coming out to our left side. Right arm is over our head. Doesn't have to be perfect. We're going to raise that left leg in the air and then bring our left leg across our body for a twist. We'll rotate stomach posture. Similar to our Swiss Army knife twist. If you're feeling some tension, like your skin is tight on the top of your left armpit area, just bend your left elbow. Sometimes for whatever reason, my skin gets tight there. That's not necessary for this pose, for this asana. One more breath. We're going to bring everything back to center. We're We're going to bring both knees in towards our chest. Squeeze in, head and shoulders off the mat. This is egg pose. We're going to do an audible exhale and come into like a starfish here where we, and then arms extended, legs extended and our arms over our head. So squeeze in, egg pose, starfish. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale and squeeze, egg pose, exhale. 1 more time. Inhale and squeeze, exhale. Good. Then we're going to bring our legs so that they're under our hips, like straight down. Arms back over our head, resting on the floor. Inhale and stretch. 1 more supine, full supine stretch. Here you get yawn. Yawn, and exhale. Relax and release. And then here we're going to take about 1.5 minutes to finish out our practice. This is a great time for an inversion, headstand, handstand, shoulder stand, whatever you like. Forearm stand. Maybe just legs up the wall. Maybe we left out your favorite pose. You feel like your practice isn't complete unless you do wheel. Now would be the time for that. It's also a great time if you like to put on socks or a sweatshirt or run to the restroom before we do relaxation. So now is a good time for that as well. So just finish out your practice in any way that seems right for you. I'm going to do a little legs up the wall here if I can manage. Ugh. Good. So whatever your body needs. Legs up the wall is a nice easy pose. It's a nice easy little inversion and it brings so many benefits. It's great if you have restless legs, headache, leg fatigue, foot fatigue. Done something on one side, you need to do a counter pose, or you need to do it on the other side. Now is a good time for that. And then take your time here, but whenever you're ready, you can make your way into a Savasana or corpse pose. Your knees could be bent with your feet on the floor, your legs could be extended. If your legs are extended, perhaps you're bringing your heels out to the edges of the mat and letting your feet flop open. In a traditional Hatha Yoga class, our hands are lower than our heart. Our palms are facing up in a gesture that's open and receptive. You can press down into your elbows to tuck your shoulder blades under. You can tip your chin so your spine is nice and long. We're just going to settle in here. Close your eyes. Return your attention to your breath. Make any adjustments you need to allow you to relax, let go completely, and breathe. Then here, take a nice full deep breath in. And as you exhale, relax, release to the floor, mentally think 12. Then take another nice full deep breath in. As you exhale, relax, release to the floor, mentally think 11. And continue on in this way, slowly counting backwards, relaxing and releasing with each breath out. If you find you've come to 0 in your mind or body or still racing, simply begin again at 12. Just focus on your breathing, breathing in and out, breathing in and Focus on your breathing, breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Begin to bring attention back into your body. Wiggle your fingers, your toes. You can gently turn your head from side to side, taking some time, moving, stretching, whatever feels right. Maybe rotating your wrists and ankles before bringing your knees in towards your chest for a little hug. And then just rolling gently to one side, pausing for a moment, taking a breath, taking a moment to transition before making your way up slowly to a seated pose, with your eyes closed or softly gazing. Take a moment. Notice how you're feeling. Know you can find your way to peace and well-being by concentrating on your breath, being in the present moment. If you set a goal or an intention, you can remind yourself of that here. For me, it is, I am enough. Bring your hands together in prayer position at heart center. The light and love in me honors the light and love in you. Namaste. Well, thank you so much for joining me this morning. I'm Jessie. I teach the first and second Sunday of each month, 10:30, on Human Breathing Yoga Studios Facebook page. I also do the Monday meditations, 9 to 9:15. So tomorrow you can join me in the evening for nice relaxation, meditation. It's a great way to end your day. Our Sunday classes and our meditations are remaining on Facebook for now. Everything else has been moved over to Zoom, so consider joining the studio. You can take unlimited Zoom classes. Membership, I think, is $50 a month, and you can just message the page if you have any questions at all. I hope to see you again. Thank you.